All right, today we are cracking open what they call the asset arsenal of VaporAudit. We're going to explore a security architecture that makes a massive claim to replace policy with pure physics. And let me be clear, this isn't just an idea on a whiteboard. This is a deep dive into a fully realized, battle-tested engine of sovereignty. So let's get right into it and inspect the engine. And here it is. This is the core philosophy, their tagline, and it really says it all, doesn't it? The entire premise of VaporAudit is a complete, total rejection of the old honor system we've all been living with. They're arguing that trust is actually a vulnerability. The only thing you can really truly rely on are the immutable laws of physics, and that is exactly what they've weaponized here.
So how did they get to this radical idea? Well, it wasn't some easy, smooth journey. They spent 10 grueling months, completely self-funded, in what they called the whittling. They built this complex, magnificent policy machine, and then realized it was a monument to bloat. And instead of pivoting, which is what everyone does, they burned it. They literally burned it to the ground. And that hardcore engineering ethos, just whittling everything away until only the essential physics remained, that's the foundation for everything we're about to see.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way right now. VaporAudit is not here presenting some science project. They're not asking for seed money to go build a prototype. What they've brought to the table is a fully formed turnkey corporation, an engine of sovereignty that is ready to be deployed on Google Cloud like today. Now, to really get the solution, you have to understand the problem they're solving. So on the left, you've got the hair. That's your legacy cloud security. It's all built on promises, on soft power, on policies that, let's be honest, can be bypassed pretty easily. It's completely blind to the hypervisor, the very ground it stands on. But on the right, that's the tortoise. That's VaporAudit. It's not about being faster, it's about being certain. It's armored with physics. It doesn't trust its environment. It proves it. So let's dig into the technical evidence. We're going to start at the bedrock of this whole engine. I mean, how do you even begin to build a system that has zero reliance on trust? Well, you start by choosing a language and a data philosophy that literally eliminate entire categories of failure right from the start, by design.
This right here is the foundation of everything, the single source of truth, or SSOT. You should think of it as the constitutional law for the entire system. It is a write-once, read-many database that lays down all the rules, period. By anchoring every single thing to this immutable ledger, security stops being this reactive layer you bolt on later. Instead, it becomes a non-negotiable prerequisite for the system to even exist.
And the engine itself, it's forged in Rust. Now, for all the engineers listening, you know this is a massive architectural choice. It's so significant because it means you're eliminating entire classes of memory safety vulnerabilities by default. Things like buffer overflows, use after free, they're just gone. They're not just writing code, they are treating the silicon itself as the ultimate high ground, the one piece of territory that they absolutely must hold at all costs.
Okay, so you've got this unbreakable code foundation. How do you protect the architecture itself? You build a moat. But VaporAudit didn't just file one patent and call it a day. No, they constructed an interlocking fortress of intellectual property, a contiguous defensive perimeter.
And this is it, the unified Octagon of sovereignty. We're talking 8 distinct but deeply interconnected patents that cover every single stage of the data lifecycle, from hardware pinning and thermodynamic monitoring all the way to legal preservation. Each patent reinforces the others. It creates a fortress that is just so much more defensible than any single invention could ever be.
To really appreciate the genius of this IP moat, we're going to zoom in on 3 of these patents that just demonstrate the strategic depth of this portfolio. I mean, these 3 alone showcase a level of technical and legal foresight that is just, it's in a completely different league.
Okay, first up, patent number 7, the Master Auditor. This is pure genius. Instead of checking for compliance at runtime, when it's already too late, it enforces the law at compile time. Using Rust macros, it literally cross-examines every single line of code against that single source of truth. If a query doesn't match the database schema, or if a function tries to sneak past a security check, the compiler just says no and refuses to build the program. The non-compliant binary literally ceases to exist before it's even born.
Next, patent number 8, the Semantic Firewall. This is where it gets really interesting because this bridges the gap between your code and a courtroom. This system actually treats your source code, your comments, even your variable names as discoverable legal evidence. It automatically scans for words that could create liability, terms a jury might misinterpret as hostile, and it replaces them with neutral functional language. They call it the Zero-Liability Lexicon.
And here are some perfect examples of how it works. A term like kill chain? Yeah, that sounds pretty aggressive in court. The firewall automatically maps it to sanitization sequence, which just describes a standard data lifecycle. Or liability shield. That sounds like you've got something to hide. It becomes preservation lock, which is just a neutral mechanical state. This thing systematically strips the adversarial intent right out of the code itself. It's incredible. It neutralizes a massive vector of legal risk.
And this legal foresight just keeps going with patent number 6, the legal interlock. This brilliantly solves that constant conflict between the right to erasure you see under laws like GDPR and the legal duty to preserve evidence. It's a mechanical interceptor. When a litigation hold is on, it physically blocks any data deletion command and returns an immutable error. It's not a suggestion, it's not a policy, it's a deadbolt, and it provides mathematical proof that you preserve the evidence.
So we have an unbreakable foundation and a fortress of IP. But look, for any serious engineer, theory is not enough. You need proof, you need validation. And VaporAudit validated their system by putting it through an absolutely brutal gauntlet of adversarial stress testing, trial by fire.
To prove this thing could scale, they didn't just run a few small tests. No, they unleashed what they call the thundering herd. That is 1,000 simultaneous boot events, all hammering the system for cryptographic attestation at the exact same microsecond. The goal was to see if the system would just buckle under the kind of massive, enterprise-level stress, and it survived without a single failure.
And this chart right here, this is the physical proof. This is the machine's EKG. You're looking at the microcode Sentry monitoring CPU entropy. The wavy line, that's normal operation. The red dotted line, that's the 3 sigma statistical threshold for an anomaly. And then, right at the 70 millisecond mark, do you see that massive spike? That is the literal energy shadow of a hypervisor trying to inspect the system's memory. The Sentry feels it, and it instantly triggers a hermetic panic. It executes cryptographic suicide, wiping its own keys and state from volatile memory so nothing can be exfiltrated. This is not a log file. This is proof.
So let's bring all this evidence together, right? We've got an unbreakable foundation, a fortress of intellectual property, and hardcore empirical validation. This isn't some speculative venture. It's a fully de-risked asset, and it's ready for the next stage.
And they have a crystal clear go-to-market strategy. They're targeting the customers with the most painful sovereignty and liability problems. We're talking defense CISOs who absolutely cannot afford data spillage, Fortune 500 general counsels who are terrified of spoliation sanctions, and sovereign wealth funds that need to protect national IP. The use cases are precise, they're urgent, and they are incredibly high value.
And this really shows the paradigm shift. Your legacy pitch is reactive. It's, we monitor your logs for anomalies. That's basically admitting you're just waiting to get hit. The VaporAudit pitch? It's a statement of physical law. We anchor your data to the speed of light. It's a completely different conversation. You're moving from software-defined trust to physics-based certainty.
So here is the crucial point, the bottom line. By awarding this grant, Google isn't just funding another startup. It's acquiring the missing piece for its own infrastructure. VaporAudit takes Google's world-class cloud and wraps it in an unbreakable, physics-based sovereign fortress. It makes Google Cloud the definitive choice for the world's most sensitive and valuable workloads. It is the ultimate de-risked investment.
And that really brings us to the fundamental question that this entire technology answers. In a world of hostile hypervisors, where you must assume the underlying infrastructure could be compromised, where you can't trust the machine itself, how do you actually prove sovereignty? And VaporAudit's answer is simple: you don't trust. You verify with the laws of the universe.
So this seal, it isn't a promise. It's a statement of verified physical fact. And that concludes our audit of the VaporAudit asset arsenal. Zero policy, pure physics, verified certainty.